animals, as much as we adore them, aren't nature's only wonders. And they're not the only ones that are unpredictable. Our next story is about an even more primitive force of nature: water. Without it, there would be no life. But unchecked and uncontrolled, water can overwhelm and destroy. In 1998, off the island of Oahu, natural events created some of the biggest waves ever to hit Hawaii. And waiting in eager anticipation were some of the world's top surfers.
It was Hawaii's perfect storm. This is known as one of the 2 largest swell events we've ever had in Hawaii. We had a storm with winds of 65 knots, blowing for 36 hours directly at us.
It was crazy. You had all the best big wave riders in the world sitting there going, I don't think so, man. I don't think so.
It's the biggest waves we ever saw in our life.
This was 35 to 40-foot surf.
The civil defense had called the condition black alert. No one was allowed in the oceans.
Waves are just washing up the beach, just taking the whole beach with one wave.
Everyone's going to die that goes out there. It was just completely unsurfable. It was like the rapids on the biggest river you've ever seen, you know. The whitewater rafters wouldn't even negotiate.
But not everyone on the beach was willing to give up the day. A handful of surfers had already hatched their own plan to get out there with their jet skis and access these monster waves.
One of the most difficult things about getting out was the size of the rip chops were like 8 to 10 feet of just movements of ocean, which was like being in a washing machine. We were like 2 little pieces of cork bobbing around on this little boat and just surrounded in ocean.
And this wave just jacks up. It's the biggest wave I've ever seen in my life. And we're thinking, we're gone. We just hit the lip, flew up into the air and landed on behind it, and there was no wave behind it. And we made it out.
Troy Alotis experienced the worst wipeout of the day.
There was a wave that came in that I was looking for out there. Got towed into the wave, and I was making some S-turns down the face of it, and I was thinking I'm gonna get deep in this barrel. And as I came off the bottom and saw the wave crest and bowl over me, I was standing in this barrel that was so huge and massive. I was shocked. And I thought, I'm gonna just try to pull through this thing and see if I can penetrate through that. You know, hopefully the curtain's not too thick. And when I hit the curtain, it was all over with. My board broke right in half underneath my feet. I ended up in water that was so black I couldn't see which way was up or down. And I knew that there's going to be a wave behind it sooner or later, and I just started making strokes towards the surface. And when I got to the surface, I turned around and looked, and there was another one coming down on me right then. Luckily, I got a good couple breaths of air, and then I got beat again and got pushed in a little further. I took about 20 more in the head right in a row there. And then Noah J came and got me, and I went back out.
Like I'll carry that day with me forever. And every time I think about it, get a really warm, good feeling, real strong feeling of satisfaction. It almost felt like, it just felt like such a gift being able to see that.
I saw history in the making. We were all just in complete awe of what was going on out there, and we all knew our limitations on that day. We all knew that we didn't have the guts to do what they were doing.
It was like the pinnacle of surfing big waves. It's like, you know, now's the time to go out and look for the biggest wave that you can find, and they found it.